Hi, it's me, KJ, the filmmaker slash artist, and welcome to the live stream. So probably today on this live stream, I have it all scripted. So what I'm gonna do is that for the shopping live stream is that I'm just gonna sell these artworks, and right about now you kind of see that these are invented on eBay right about now. So you kind of see that right about now I'm obviously selling these 5 artworks, and it's obviously invented on eBay right about now. So pretty much what I'm gonna show you is probably like 5 of these artwork each or something like that, and then it's gonna be sold on eBay. Well, looks like I'm not gonna have enough views or something like that, but I was like sitting here anyway waiting for views to happen out of nowhere, but none of this doesn't even matter to me. So this is Clean Vintage Shopping live right about now. So you kind of see right about now I'm selling like this Fairytale Cottage for like $5.99 for a bid or up, or you can press the buy now button for $250 right about now. Yeah, so there's a YouTube video of that, so I'll let you look it up on that on a playlist below or something like that. And also that, oh yeah, one thing to note is that the comments are obviously off, clearly for safety reason or something like that. Even though I might buy myself fake views or something like that, or I might get hate message or something like that. So you know what? It's probably intended for the best, even though I'm trying to sell it or trying to get rid of it or something like that, or trying to. What's the word I'm looking for? Trying to sell all these artworks all at once because. So ignore the phone call for now on. I don't know where that's coming from. Sorry for the phone call, but I really couldn't turn it off right about now because I'm live right about now and. Hold on a second. Here's me. Sorry, I put it on mute or something like that. I guess I find the mute button that can, just in case of a cell phone call or something like that. I know it's kind of distracting, so on with it. So right about now, I'm just selling. It looks like I got 2 views around here right about now. Well, that depends. Well, right about now, I am selling this Fairytale Cottage for $5.99 for a bid, and you can buy now on eBay.com for $250 with a buy now button, if anything, if you want to call it an auction or something like that. So right about now, you kind of see that this house image is on my eBay shop. So you can look up my eBay shops on the description below or in the bio somewhere. And hopefully I did put in the bio. Well, that depends. So you can look it up on the description box, and then you click on the link to it, and eventually you may or may not be interested in the Fairytale Cottage. Well, that claim very depends. And also the size of it is 9 by 12, and it was completed on February 19, 2025. So therefore, you're gonna see it's clearly entirely in colored pencils, but I end up using like either a white white acrylic marker or white out ink for the outline or so for this white outline or something like that. So there you have it. You have like this Fairytale Cottage right about now. So even though I'm trying to like sell it, so I guess, eh, and for this Fairytale Cottage, you can just hang it on the wall or something like that as part of an artwork, even though it's art. So this is what I'm obviously am showing you, a Fairytale Cottage, even though it's all in colored pencil except for the highlight or something. That highlight I put around for all that matter. So we're moving on. So this is clean untitled resin piece I made. So this is clean vetted untitled resin sculpture I made, even though it's made out of resin, but it's actually vetted wrapping paper dipped in resin or something like that, or rather poured in resin I meant to say. And it was obviously completed on February the 10th, 2021, and the size is 5 by 45, no, 5 by 4.5 by 2 inches, something like that. Even though it's kind of a small piece that I made, you can just start the bid at $4.95, or you can just buy now for $105 on eBay, that is. Even though I'm obviously selling on eBay right about now, so the auction is now. So one thing to note about the auction is obviously gonna last for like several days. Well, probably 8 to 7 days or something like that. Even though I rigged it for 10 days, Also, I was using eBay or something like that, and I'm obviously selling it right about now. So, especially online. And you kind of see that I'm obviously selling this artwork on eBay right about now. And if anything, it's obviously another good work of artwork that is worth buying. And you can actually put it on a stand or something like that. So I might have to purchase a stand either way. So that claim kind of depends. So we're obviously moving on to the 5 golden boats. So here they are, the 5 golden boats. So pretty much the 5 golden boats is cluing vanity wrapping paper, or maybe I just painted the wrapping. I'm sure I must have painted the wrapping papers gold to make it look golden or something like that. And then I just cover it up with all these golden glitters and also pour resin on it to make it look like it's golden or something like that. And if anything, the bid is obviously you can bid it for $10, but you can press the buy now for $200 if you really want this piece or up or something like that. Well, that claim kind of depend. So it was obviously complete on April the 10th, 2021, and the size is 9 by 12 by 1. So it's obviously a piece of artwork I officially made, and I probably had to give you the stand for it. And yep, I really do have to give you a stand for the piece of artwork, and you just place it on your table as part of an artwork or something like that, if you're into boats or if you're into gold. Either way, but that clean vanity depends on what you guys are obviously into or something like that. So now we're moving on. This is Clue Invented, a fantasy work of artwork I officially invented did. And this one's called The Elf Princess, the Elf Prince, and the Unicorn. And it was completed on, let's see, I got a script for it. And this artwork was Clue Invented completed on April the 25th, 2021. The size is 24 by 18, and the bid is $5.99, and you can buy it now for $120 either way, because it's obviously on eBay right about now, and it's obviously for somebody else who might be a fantasy person or something like that, even though I made it look kind of magical. And one thing to know is that this image is clearly vanity fluorescent under black light, so you probably had to purchase yourself a black light if I were you, so that you can just see things glowing and making a thing look like it's magical or something like that. I guess the artwork is clearly very worth buying for all that matters, so the rest is clearly very up to you. If you really want to purchase it, you can just hang it on your wall or anywhere else in the room in between, whether you're a fantasy person or not. So right about now, I'm obviously selling this artwork, and you can just actually purchase the artwork if you want to or something like that. But that's clearly up to you if you're a fan of fantasies or something like that, even though I do create like a lot of fantasy paintings and stuff like that. So now we move on to last but not least. So we've got Boat Ride in an Enchanted Swamp. So this is clearly another fantasy piece or something like that. Pretty much about this one poor girl who's obviously boat riding in an enchanted swamp, and everything else looks kind of enchanted or something like that. If you're like a fantasy person or something like that. And I forgot to mention that these characters are kind of phone calling in. Yeah, sorry I put it on mute because it was obviously a phone call going around here. So if some of your views are obviously new, some I probably might get new views or not. Either way. So pretty much right about now, you kind of see that these two styles are obviously like in these anime style or somewhere, because I was like into anime or something like that. Most people say that anime is not real art. Turns out it actually is real art, so don't believe in those misconceptions or anything else. So pretty much right about now, you kind of see that I'm obviously selling these artwork, and you kind of see that this girl riding an enchanted boat or something, riding a boat in an enchanted swamp or something like that. So pretty much once again, it's obviously boat riding enchanted swamp. It was completed on April the 15th, 2021, and the size is 20 by 16. And the bid, and you can bid it for $5.99, and you can buy it now for $100. Either way, but that's clearly up to you if you're also a fantasy person. And it's also, unlike this Elf Prince, Elf Princess and the Unicorn one, it's also fluorescent under black light, so you might have to purchase a black light. So I don't even have a black light to ship in with you for some reason. I can't just ship a black light for you, so you probably had to buy it yourself at a Lowe's or Home Depot or anywhere else in the store between that sells black light like this. Even though it's made through even though both these images are clearly made through a neon Sharpie, because these neon Sharpies are clearly fluorescent under black light. And that clearly Fendi depends on how you're gonna set things up or something like that. Even though these two fantasy paintings I create are clearly fluorescent under black light because I put some neon Sharpie markers on both of these paintings or something like that. And with that, I probably might end this right about now. So if anything, you can just go straight to the eBay link and purchase a painting. You can just bid it, or you can just press buy it now if you want the auction to end immediately, or you can just hurry the price up or something like that. Even though I'm trying to sell the artwork, even though I only have like one artwork each or something like that, I don't have copies of the artwork or anything, or multiple copies of all except for this Fairytale Cottage one, but you can just buy it on RedBubbles or something like that, but they're obviously on printed t-shirts or something like that right about now, so there might be a link to RedBubble to that, and I probably might put that in the link description box below or something like that. Even though this physical artwork that I created is kind of way more expensive than buying that printed copy or something like that. So that clean vendor depends or something like that. Even though for the rest of the artwork on hand, I don't have any other copied image or something like that, or printed image, or anything else in between. So even though I'm kind of like selling the artwork, I'm sorry the comments are obviously off, clearly for safety reasons, just to make you want to know about this. Even though I'm trying to like sell something right about now, and it's obviously on eBay, and how it's going to work is that's going to be worked probably through mail or something like that. Well, that clearly depends, but it's not going to work through a delivery or anything else, but it's going to work through mailing because some of you might live far out or something like that, or probably in a different country or a different state or a different city, either way. So I'm just going to end this video tip right about now, and I might say thanks for watching this live stream, and I probably might see you in the next live stream. So give this video tip a like if you like it, subscribe for more, because I probably might post like more artworks, and also more t-shirts, so I had to do that too. And I might say thanks for watching, and I probably might have to transfer the t-shirts from the coffee shop all the way straight to the eBay shop or something like that, so that the price can be, so that we can just hire the price of things. And I probably might have to say, even though I only have one of each, also, because people are going to fight over just one item only or something like that. And I might say thanks for watching, and give the artist a /filmmaker high five, and I might say thanks for watching. So anyhow, thanks for watching.